Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Gakuen Club. We are on Toma Sakai's route, and in the last episode he collapsed because he has gone back to his anorexic ways because his mother has been pressuring him, and using everybody else around him to pressure him. It seems he does love modeling, it's just that he doesn't like his mother controlling his modeling career, I think. Pulling his strings, forcing him to do what she wants. Let's see if we can help him out at all or if things are going to get worse before they get better. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I could have left him to the nurse, but I really wanted to be by his side. I've been here since classes ended. I stare at the clock. It's already 5 p.m. I can hear the sports teams practicing outside. There's no point in watching Toma just sleep. Maybe I should take his bag for him. I stayed here because I didn't know when he might wake up, but I can't very well stay here all night. You could, but I don't want to wake him. Toma still hasn't woken up. I'm sure food isn't the only thing he's been missing. It must be sleep as well. I should let him get as much sleep as I can. Sometimes his face would strain in pain, but I would hold him by the hand and he would almost immediately relax. Oh, that's so sweet. Is it okay for me to believe that I'm doing something meaningful by being here? I say to nobody that could hear. Or so I thought. Oh, okay.
Why are you here?
That's fine if it was him hearing. Oh, he's sparkling. Toma's looking up at me, his eyes half open. Toma? Did I wake you?
Wake me? Where am I?
He sounds groggy, maybe because he's just waking up. Toma's looking around to take in his surroundings.
Is this the nurse's office?
Yes. Toma, you collapsed during lunch, so you've been resting in the nurse's office. Did they mess up the story because didn't he collapse? Yeah, actually, totally we're in the wrong place. Didn't he collapse like at the end of club? Which would be at nighttime?
I see.
He grimaces as if he can think of a few reasons why he might have collapsed, and then he tries to get up. Wait, don't push yourself too hard. I'll go bring you your bag. Lay back down until I come back.
No, I'm getting up.
Get back down there. He sits up weakly. I ignore his resistance and place a pillow behind his back.
Have you been here the whole time?
No, I've only been here since class ended. Why? I'm sure it will bother him if I've been by his side. I have a feeling that he wouldn't like that I've been watching him sleep.
Since you were asking about it being meaningful, if you were here or not, I figured you'd been here the whole time.
You heard.
I guess so. I woke up because I heard your voice.
So I did wake you. I'm sorry that I woke you up.
It's fine. It helped me figure out that I wasn't home.
Toma's tone is gradually reverting back to being cold and distant, as he has been recently. That probably means he's thinking much more clearly, but it makes me sad. He'll stop talking to me at this rate. Feeling this, I ask him a strange question. How would you feel if I were here the whole time? What am I asking him? I already know what Toma's going to say. It might hurt my feelings, but I'd still just rather talk to him.
I was sleeping, so I don't think it matters.
I love that practical answer. I had anticipated an answer like that, but Toma's words cut surprisingly deep. I knew this, so I'm fine. I try to tell him that I'll go get his bag for him, but Toma interrupts me.
Oh, I see. You're just looking to get connections when I get famous, aren't you? Some people are like that. They don't do any work themselves. It really makes me angry.
And where exactly are you getting that, after all the time I've spent with you, mister? Why would you say that? I'm more in disbelief than I am hurt by his attack. Toma, you always act so cool, but you would never say anything to hurt someone. Toma closed his mouth awkwardly. At this point, I'm thinking I might as well say everything I'm feeling. Toma, what happened with your mother? Toma's face suddenly becomes twisted. It's as if he's trying to hold back the pain. I immediately grab his hand, just like when he had been asleep.
You're usually so reserved, but you're really blunt at times like this.
I wouldn't put it like that. I mean, I know I'm being a little nosy, but... Toma is a little hesitant as he stares down at the hand I'm holding, but he slowly begins to talk.
I enrolled in this school in order to make my modeling comeback. I guess I could say the headmaster took me in. He came to me when I was at my lowest. after I found out I was getting held back.
Huh, so the headmaster might actually be on his side and wanting to go back himself, not because of the mom. That would be cool. Toma, you were held back?
I'm actually a year older than you.
I didn't know that.
The headmaster asked me if I wanted to join his talent agency, but said there would be 2 conditions.
Toma puts up 2 fingers and continues his explanation.
The first was to support his son.
Which is Minakawa, which is why he walks behind him, I guess then. Son?
The other was to get first place at the nightclub.
First place? But why ask you to do something like that?
The guests that come here are all famous people in finance and business. Their acceptance was a necessary condition.
I didn't know they were that big and important. But it's a really easy to understand system. It's important to be liked by sponsors if you want to make it in the entertainment industry.
I thought that modeling was the only thing for me, and that I wanted to return one day, and that's why I've been doing it. But then, I got my mother's message to return to modeling.
He frees his hand from my hold. He's looking away, his eyes wavering.
My mother lost interest in me after I got sick, but the moment a comeback was possible, she starts ordering me over the phone. Do you know what makes me mad most? That I can't stand up to her. I haven't grown at all.
He lets out a heavy sigh and hangs his head down. I could try to cheer him up, but I feel like it won't reach Toma somehow. I want to think about what I could do for him. That's what I think as I look at Toma like this. I can't tell him that he's making me feel sad. It's important to Toma to be able to make decisions on his own. If he got first place at the nightclub, maybe he'd gain some confidence. There's still time? But then I suddenly have a question. Wait. Why did the headmaster leave the message he did when Toma didn't even get first place at the nightclub?
What is it?
What am I going to do? I don't really want to tell him. Not for my own sake, but because I'm worried about Toma's health. But it's not something I have the right to keep from him. I tell Toma the headmaster's message that he left me.
What do they think I am? I'm not their toy.
Toma ruffles his hair angrily. Toma, I know. I place one of my hands on his while the other strokes his hair. You're not a toy. I mean, you're struggling with this right now. A toy wouldn't do that.
No, I am a toy. I don't have a will of my own. I'm always following someone else's order.
But you're suffering now because you weren't following anybody's order. You're doing plenty of thinking on your own. Besides, you're able to captivate so many people because you're not a toy.
Captivate?
Yes. Eyes are just drawn to you wherever you go. You just have a different presence from other people. That's why I'd like to see you return to modeling someday. You might be somewhere far away from me then, but... a star and a fan. I can picture it in my mind. Even then I want to see Toma succeed. Toma looks back down. Is he angry?
I want you by my side.
His voice was quiet and meek. Toma? His pleading tone catches my attention.
I am a completely worthless being. I only know how to be manipulated.
No, I don't want him to talk about himself like that.
That's why, if you're by my side...
It's hard to listen to the pain in his voice. I wring my hands on top of my lap. Toma is once again trying to get somebody else to take charge of his life. I prefer the Toma who stood up and declared he would return to modeling. I'll go bring you your bag. Unable to respond, I stand up. Toma keeps his head down and doesn't look up at me. Oh dear. As I slowly make my way to the classroom, I'm like the polar opposite of the lively atmosphere of the rest of the school. Why would he just give up on the part of him that's trying to work hard? I don't understand. Toma isn't a toy. While I'm frustrated with Toma, in the end, I might just be trying to get Toma to do what I think he should. The more I learn about his situation, the harder it becomes for me to interact with him. On my way home from the nightclub, I see Toma waiting by the front gate. Why is he here? He had the day off. He should be at home in his dorm. Not knowing how to face him afterward, I had just left after leaving his bag on the floor of the nurse's office. Well, that's why he's here, because you didn't say goodbye.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, I'm sorry I left without saying anything. Well, Not knowing what to say, I try to walk right past him when Toma grabs my arm.
Are you avoiding me?
I'm not... It's just that I don't know what to say to you. When I remember what happened earlier this evening, I find myself having nothing to say.
Please, just talk to me. I don't care about what.
This is the first time Toma's been this forward. I choose my words carefully. It's hard for me to watch you just give up on so many things because you've just decided that you can't do anything yourself.
But then, all you have to do is tell me to do it.
No! Then that wouldn't change anything. I want you to choose for yourself. Besides, I know that it's too dark for Toma to be able to see my face, but on the off chance that he might, I turn my face away. Maybe I don't need to say this, but if I want to be able to face Toma, I might tell you to quit modeling someday. I just had this brief thought that you might go far away from me, and I didn't like it. But even so, I still want you to do your best to try and become a model. I don't want to victimize you with my confusing feelings.
But what if I still want you by my side?
Toma's almost pleading, but I shake my head. Even with everything with your mother, you still wanted to go back to it, didn't you? I'm sure you just haven't realized how much you liked it. It's not right for someone to take that away from you.
So, you wouldn't be happy if I told you I would quit modeling, would you?
No, I want you to try your best to succeed. If you try and fail, then we can come and revisit it. With that, I think I see Toma chuckle.
You'll cheer me on even if it makes you sad. That's strange.
Yep, that's me. Strange Akane. I'm not sure I'd say that. This is just the answer I've come to after watching you.
Even if I go somewhere you don't know, I will always come home, so please just keep cheering me on, okay?
I nod in response. That's all I can do because my heart is pounding so hard. Come home? What does he mean by that? I feel my chest tighten as I think about the meaning behind Toma's words. Oh? That's the one big drawback to these things set in, like, high school, because you're most likely not talking about getting married and stuff at that point because you're just too young. Well, anyway, I hope to see you in the next episode to continue on. Hopefully, we've helped Toma out a little bit. He sounds a little happier after that, I think. Hopefully it's helped to flip a switch. I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.